Hey buds, welcome back to Meadows and welcome back to another episode of reaction of Vox Machina, the newest season. This is going to fucking fly by. I know it is already, alright? We're in for some trouble. I just, like, once you get addicted to a new show, well, not new show, but once you're excited about a show, and you're like, hey, I would love for this to go on for a long period of time, which was the case for JoJo's. But for this, I know we're probably only gonna have like 12 episodes, all right? We're gonna be like 1 month or 2 months in, and then it's gonna be done. And then I'm gonna cry, and then we have to wait for what? The other one, Mighty 9, to come back out. I love it. I love when people make things that they're good at and what they love doing, and it's addicting, but then you also have to wait a long time. Anyway, this is Trial by Water. Did you hear that? Oh my god, I did too. It's crazy. All right, if you like the full reactions, if you want the full reaction of the show, come over to the Patreon. I greatly appreciate it. I know that wasn't a smooth transition, but I'm like, hey, I have to remember to tell people about this just in case people want more content from me and want to see more of the stuff I react to. There's a lot of shows on Patreon that I still have not brought over to YouTube. So at some point I need to look into that, but like, hey, if you like me whatsoever and you want to support me and you want to watch more of my content, consider coming over there. I'd greatly appreciate it.
That all you got, Ocean?
Oh, no, watch out!
Honestly, didn't even think about that. We discussed her being the Avatar in the last episode, but like, I kind of forgot that like, there's so many different utility things you can do with air and water and fire and all that stuff. So like a ship might as well be a driving car at that point. You know, you can push that, you can give it as much air, a little bubble to protect yourself against the storms.
Hey, you always think of everyone else. This is your time.
I know, but what if...
What if tomorrow you'll be the motherfucking voice of the Tempest?
Would be sick.
Look.
But this also goes to show how important like a great support group is, you know? But like the thing is like you don't always have that, and I didn't always have it either. So like you have to have such a crazy mental fortitude to be able to pursue past these massive chapters in your life. You know, you need to be your greatest ally instead of your greatest enemy. Because sometimes that's all you have at the end of the day is yourself. You know, and if you're not on your own side, you are against everything. Because, boy, that voice will not shut up. But, like, even just having, like, one person that's like, it's like, dude, you got this. I'm your biggest fan. There's not even a question in my fucking mind. That just, like, it could be something so simple as just saying something like that, but, like, it can be the world to people, you know, and to their growth and to their potential, everything. Ugh. Love healthy relationships.
Excuses won't help you survive.
I told you she hates me.
She's just trying to scare you.
Welcome to Vesra. Preparations for your trial are underway.
Real quick. Who is she? What are these people called?
Welcome to Vesra. Preparations for your trial are
The Vesra people? They almost remind me of the Zora. A little bit. You know everybody's opinion on the Zoras.
underway. And your valet can...
Oh my god, what a crazy awakening that was, right? Whenever you play like your first like Ocarina of Time or something like that, you're like, hey, these people are like abnormally a little handsome for fish people, you know? And then the more like the future games you play, you're like, huh, they're kind of getting prettier and prettier every time. They're almost like, well, I guess in Zelda they are the like in Zelda like there are elf people, but to me, since the elf people are like more of your normal population, the Zoras are like the next like enhanced being that is like slightly Squidward handsome. You know what I mean? Huh. I don't know if I want to dig into this a little bit more, but it's an interesting conversation that I want to have at some point.
Undead? That's very interesting.
You stop saying that.
It's
But
not
it
only
is.
this monster. The orb misbehaved last night, too. Between my orb and your beast, something is going on here.
What if we feed the head to the orb? Would it explode? I don't like that there's multiple locations of these orbs. I don't know what to think about with it. It's almost like placing two bombs in two different locations, but like they're both the same thing, which I guess bombs would be as well. But like, what does that mean? Are there, where exactly is the other one? It's like some like desert temple looking thing, and nothing else is around it, right? But then why would she build it underneath? Well, I guess this used to be taken over in one of the other seasons. I'm just trying to think of like what is the strategic portion of the location of these death orbs.
Ah, you spectacles. Who? And you, the little elf girl.
Little what?
The little elf girl. Yeah, but elf ears are cute as fuck, aren't they?
I come bearing a message of some urgency from Spike and Greg.
Do you mean Pike and Grog?
I think I know the names of my best friends, thank you.
Terry.
Worry not! That is my biographer.
I don't. We're all terrified of this bitch, and our first instinct is to attack him. Okay? I understand he's a cutie patootie. I get it. But like, I can totally see this taking a different direction where we no longer have control over this bitch. Or maybe you're actually evil, and this guy's gonna be an actual threat.
Tempest really more important than finding you a cure?
Fighting your destiny is like swimming against the current. At some point, you have to let it take you where you're meant to be. And of anyone I've ever met, you are meant to lead.
He's so good. He's treating her so well for that. I'm so happy for both of them. But that's why I'm a little skeptical, is because like they can't both have happy relationships by the end of the show, right? That'd be too good of an ending. I'm not expecting it. I'm more expecting something nasty to happen, especially with how close we are getting to potentially the end, unless like something else triggers. But like again, like this storyline was in the first season, and then we had the dragon stuff, and that dragons, come on, bud. And now we're back into this shit again.
I can breathe.
That's wild.
And talk, apparently.
I would love that. I feel like I would absolutely be totally into this, because like I love swimming, but the worst part about swimming is the idea of drowning. You know, so if I didn't have to breathe, I feel like I would love to fucking explore everything. But also just the anxiety of be like, huh, you know, there's a lot of people that end up like not doing this very well, and you could die, and I don't want to do that. But the idea of like the free swimming, the people that can breathe for like minutes, extremely impressive. You know what I'm curious about? Is like, this is the Avatar quest line. So like, if she didn't play this version of Keyleth, would this even be happening? You know, like, did Matthew Mercer go through and like make these like this like getting like conquering your elements quest line because she is a druid, or was this going to be like somewhat associated anyway? Because like sometimes they do follow like books and structures and stuff like that, you know? So if she was a warlock instead, would they make it a warlock quest line, or would they be doing something else completely? Was this originally part of the bigger story?
Mikey, come on, wake up! How do we get out of here? You're always telling me to use my head. Well, here goes!
Just... I think you could have easily punched through that rock wall. Those gauntlets do not fuck around. I was surprised that they didn't like reference back to like, if you ever the only thing you need to solve a problem or whatever was to punch it or kick it, you know, because you referenced that in the last one too, the kicking thing. But like, you can absolutely punch through this shit.
Seems we have a security problem.
This smoke. I doubt a severed head did all this.
What the fuck?
Did you hear that?
Is that the same bitch? Or do you think that's a different one? It could have grown it back. What the fuck is this? The enemies, the enemy design in this is gnarly. All right, if I was playing through a campaign, oh, I want to so bad. If I was playing through a campaign and I was in Vaxalia's, she's Vax, he's Vex, right? We're back to that problem. And I was hunting something and I killed it, and I was on top of it, and it came back to life. I killed it again, and I decapitated it, and then I brought it back to the thing. I showed him, and he's like, "Hey, this is kind of crazy." And then another one, and I'm like, "Where the fuck are these things coming from?" Oh my god. I feel like there's so many D&D things I want to talk about, and I feel like this is the platform to talk about it and discuss. But also, like, I understand that this is a reaction channel and not just like a, hey, let's just rant away our our questions. But like, again, that's why I love the platform that we're building here, is that like I can talk to you guys about stuff, because again, my version of reactions is just like hypothesis and like ideas and quality and just like storyline stuff. Like I love it. So like for me, I'm like, hey, if I was in this D&D campaign and I decapitated this thing, how much energy and effort could I use into dissecting it? You know, if the more I dissected it, would I learn more about this creature, or would it really depend on the rolls? Like, will the amount, like, with the, how do I word this properly? The amount of attention that you would put into an idea, could that balance out a potential negative roll? Say if I'm like, hey, can I perceive this bitch? Percept this motherfucker. And like, they're like, hey, you rolled a 3. It just looks like some kind of fish thing. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, well, what if I cut into it? It's like, can I do another roll? Or would that be like, oh, you kind of already like utilize as much as you could in that situation? But if I kept cutting it open and like looking at its things, like how much can I actually break down from that? You know what I mean? I yearn for the adventure. And who the fuck is this bitch next to you?
And now there's this guy.
Who the hell might you be?
Shall we?
It's different. It's different. What the fuck are you doing? I know it's something small of just like the creature climbing on top of you, but that's something that like I would be like, oh, it's a different version. I'm holding my bow. It's a different version. But I'm like, what the what the fuck are you? What are you up to? Why are you climbing on top of him?
Thank you for finding my lost pet.
Nope.
Hello? Oh my!
That was pretty sick. So did he take that thing back and that was like it rebuilding itself? Or like, is that just a fresh one? Because he's like, thank you for finding my missing pet. So I think that was like the same one. It's like, it's regrowing its body and its legs back from what it was.
If you won't give the lodestone, I'll take it!
As if you could.
As if you could. That alone. You being petty to me? You think you could take this? Yeah, I'll take this. That's a competitive side. All right, that's when I get a little spicy. All right, don't you come at me like with that kind of energy. I'm gonna turn to a fucking swordfish, a red-headed swordfish. You know what would be really cool too? Like being a druid. I feel like it would be really in your best interest to study the anatomy of animals, because like I'm sure there's combos of transformations that you can do, and I don't think it's gonna work in the like actual like D&D game, because like you have to use like turns and bonus actions and stuff to actually transform. But like in this sense of story, I feel like I would discover animals or like fish and stuff that like what if there's a fish that like can swim really fast at first, but then has a low top speed. So you get the acceleration fish, and then you switch to like a fucking tuna that can go like Mach 10. You know what I mean? So like it's just like about like again, like same thing with the air. You can get a bird that like can like start off flying fast, but then you get like an actual like dive bomber or something once you go like high, like you fly really quick high, and then you go. It'd be sick. Oh my god, I'd be studying.
You can take to the skies once more.
Why are you hitting your dog? Oh my god. this would just piss me off so much. You know, because like it's one of those things where you're like in a boss fight and like something is not like it's not unmanageable, but then like an event happens and then you're like, oh, okay, now this is worse, I see. You know, it's what a boss fight technically is, but it's just like if I took care of this sooner or if I played something differently, I might have not even had to have addressed this phase whatsoever.
We need to get closer.
Good hit. There's probably a better way to do that. Not saying there was, but like, let's see what you actually accomplished with this, because he shot him twice, or at least once. It put a big fucking hole in him, and he just regen that shit instantly. What I would trying to be doing right now is, I don't know if we can necessarily lock it down. We killed the one thing once, but we're definitely gonna need a little bit more firepower to take on this other guy that does not even get phased by bullets. So we'll need to CC him, which I guess we can technically do. But in order to get down, if we can't like make some kind of slide or something like that, we would need, God, actually I don't even know what kind of capabilities you have because you don't have the broom with you at the moment. Fuck, I don't know.
Fuck!
Oh no, you don't. Damn it.
You could have done this from up there. Like being down here, like I think you had just as much, like the arrows will travel down. You know, you could have been shooting 3 of these fucking explosive bitches and then just like rain fucking fire on this bitch.
Your failure is complete. Like your mother before you, and like her,
You shall be forgotten.
This would piss me off so much. I think my anger alone, I feel like, would help me get through this, because like if you're trash talking me like this as you're trying to suffocate my lover and the people that I care for and the safety of just people in general, my anger would push me through. I'm telling you. I could not. I would be like, I'm going to rip you apart and open a fucking calamari store. I'm going to sell every last bite of you.
So will I.
I love it. It's really cool that she get like, because the elementals are really strong in general, but like for some reason for me, like just unlocking them is probably not gonna be enough. I feel like she's going to be able to unlock like all of them and then make them all into one and become like the avatar bitch, you know. And then who the fuck's gonna stop you if you're a merge of 4 different elementals? Chef's kiss.
You failed my mother, and for that, I forgive you. Because one trial does not define you, or her, or me. I don't need your approval to know who I am.
Hot. Oh my god. Love the confidence spewing out of this woman.
I do not disagree. But before you so rudely interrupted me, what I was going to say was... All hail the voice of the Tempest.
Yeah.
All hail the voice of the Tempest.
I think I was fine either way with it. You know? I like, regardless, I'm like, yeah, we failed, but I'm like, it was for a good cause. I'm like, if anything, we could try it again in the future if it like is really worth it whatsoever. But I'm like, otherwise, I'm like, I'm not upset if we didn't get it. But now she did both, as she deserves.
Ma'am, an invitation arrived.
It's from Keyleth. For her coronation in Zephyr.
Cute.
She did it. She finished her Oramente.
Who the fuck is that?
Well then.
Who the fuck are you? Were you at the end of the last episode? Is that who you were?
It
It appears we're in for quite a celebration.
Who the fuck are you? What? What? No, I wasn't ready for this to end yet. Torbeck. Excellent show as always. Love this bitch. Love the people in charge. Love everything. Artists, animators, voice actors, people writing the shit. Matthew Mercer, everybody. Obsessed with it. I love D&D inspired things. I want to be a part of in content at some point because I think it'd just be nuts to do. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. If you want the full reaction, please come over to the Patreon. I would love it. Hey, I appreciate it. But otherwise, I have the other reaction channel. Consider subscribing over there. We're on the push to 100K, and then otherwise we have a gaming channel, which I do for funsies. So if you want any content whatsoever, allow me to be your vessel and to keep you company. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I'll talk to you guys next time. Take it easy.